Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. How y'all doing? It is Thanksgiving Eve. Hump day. Hump day. It is Wednesday, folks. How are you this evening on this Thanksgiving Eve? Tell me about your day. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Good to have you here tonight. Good to have everybody here. What are we grateful for this Wednesday? There's so much to be grateful for. Great article, Kelly, that you were a part of today in the news. Hello, Sylvia in Virginia. Great to have you here. Glad to have you all with us tonight. Vina's with us too. How about that? Hey, Vina. Great to have everybody here on Thanksgiving Eve. I think there's a lot of cooking going on in those kitchens. Hopefully some recipes coming my way for Self-Care Sunday. Hopefully you'll find your favorite recipe tomorrow and send me something for Self-Care Sunday. Always need a great recipe for Self-Care Sunday. And the inspiration's inside of you, Kelly. You know, I talk a lot. I bring things out that's already in you. Jennifer's with us. That's funny, Kitty. I'm glad that it was your best day before Thanksgiving in years. I haven't actually looked tonight. I actually had an appointment just before I just got home. And, you know, we actually, where we are, we have had, hey, Kim, happy Thanksgiving Eve. We've traditionally, I was talking in one of my stores today and telling them that, you know, traditionally on Thanksgiving Eve, we would have a lot of family that traveled in come and shop with us. We've had people from the Midwest, actually, for years. Maybe they were shopping with you today. You know, we've had a lot of families that would come back for Thanksgiving every year and bring an extra suitcase and fill it while they were here. I mean, really crazy stuff. Baking up a storm. I love that. That's where I need to be. I need to be in Florida. Naples is where I need to be. We've done a lot of ordering of stuff. Although we're making a Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we even had one of our neighbors drop off a pie. One of our friends, his mother-in-law comes up from Florida, spends part of the year up here and part of the year down in Florida, and she always bakes before she goes back down south. And we got our Thanksgiving pie. She doesn't have a date scheduled to go back yet. So we'll get more stuff before she goes back because she always bakes up a storm before she goes back. But we got a apple pie from her. We've got so then we bought an apple. We got an apple. I think there's an apple cranberry and a sweet potato. So, you know, lots of stuff. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, Rose. Great to have you with us. Thank you. I am looking forward to it. It's not, it's the day where the stores are closed. But hopefully online will continue. Online's been busy this week. We've had a lot of orders coming in, so I'm happy with that. They were there picking orders tonight. Which was great, you know. Gets confusing when things are put away in the wrong spot, but, you know, we find everything eventually. Just takes a little bit longer some days. Well, I've got you guys here so late tonight, but let's get us started here with the Good Morning, Good Night book. There's so much that we're all thankful for, and it is great to hear that. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start the program every night. Every night we start on this book. And tonight we are on page 190. 190. Good morning. Look at you. Damn, you all right. They ain't ready for you. Boom. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to need my glasses. Because I got a few things for you tonight. I got a few things for you. Keep your lives going. I mean, live sales are getting a lot of press this year. A lot of press. The AP just ran a story on, and that's getting a lot of national attention, replayed nationally. But it's lights, camera, sell. Retailers want you to watch and shop. And when these articles hit the news wires like this is talking about a store in Alabama, a clothing boutique, and she sells sparkly dresses and tie-dye hoodies. Okay. Are her key things, and is selling through live videos. But when these articles run, the local press looks for local people to talk to about it, okay, and how it's changed your business. So keep that in mind. Be aware of these things, these trends. I mean, we were leaders in this trend of online selling, and Facebook selling. But when these articles run nationally, they then look locally. So your local press, your local news stations, your local papers look to have a local spin and not just run the AP story. So that's real important. Kim, congratulations on being negative. I am thrilled to hear that. And I'm thrilled to hear that your house is clean. Good to know that you know how to can clean house. If you want to come up here, you are more than welcome anytime to come and help clean house. Glad to have you, but that is a wonderful thing. Hopefully the rest of the family keeps it that way for you. Rose, the biggest thing with lives that I recommend, and I am by no means the aficionado on it, is be yourself, be authentic, and do them often, okay? And interact, much like I do here with you guys every night, okay? Start a conversation. It becomes welcoming. It becomes a community. And the more you can make that, yes, consistency. Doing them, Jennifer has a 9 a.m. one often, I think, right? 9 a.m.? Did I see Jennifer? But authentic. Don't try to be anybody else. Don't try to be Melissa. Don't try to be Jennifer. Don't try to be Vina or Sonia. Just be Rose. Okay, be a rose like no other. Okay, just like nobody, I am me. I don't know squat about clothing. Neil is wearing a purple check shirt tonight, and it is Izod, and he's got a lapel mic on. You just got to be me. I'm wearing a shirt. It's got purple on it. What do you think of this? Who took this in? It's ugly. Let's get something pretty over here. Okay? You got to just be yourself. You got to just be yourself. So often, that is the biggest stumbling block. And do it. And find a time where you can be consistent. So, just like you guys want me at more 8 than ish, okay? But the whole theme of 8 or ish has become a thing. I'm going to be, Neil, you're more ish tonight. Just think of what's developed as we've develop these conversations. Yeah, I'm just using, I mean, you can just do this on Facebook. There's nothing fancy with it, Rose. Don't overthink it. That's my number one rule for you. Do not overthink it. You can do it with your phone. I mean, I'm using a computer, but I've done it many times with a phone. I don't have fancy lighting. There's a desk lamp behind the computer right now. There's the other lights behind me. I think these lights are supposed to be off now, is our new thing. That I look better with those lights off. Is it with both these lights off? There, supposedly I look better with both those lights off. Hey, Joanne. Yeah, I mean, I'm just on Facebook here, Rose, and I'm just making a conversation. I'm doing what you guys are doing in your lives. Do not overthink it. But find a time that works with you. You know I can be more 8 than ish more of the time, but sometimes I'm ish. And you guys are very graceful when I'm more ish, like tonight. But I had a doctor's appointment, so doctor that wants to see you on Thanksgiving Eve at night, 7 o'clock at night. Who wants to see me? But that is how you do it, and you just be you. I mean, anybody that knows me knows that I am the same person here on this video that you get in person, which is why Cassandra is willing to send me off and ship me off places, okay? Because I'm the same person in person, and there's only so much Neil in person you can handle. Right, you have to adjust your set over time. Okay, so, I mean, this set, you just look at what I've been doing and where I've been doing it. Most people have their phone mounted on a coffee cup or leaning up against a shoebox or something. It is not fancy. I have lots and lots of pictures of stores that I have been in where they're doing it. And it is not fancy, okay? Even this broadcast, you're sitting on the top of basically a baker's rack. And is where my computer is sitting on, and I'm talking to you. I have a fancy mic, but I needed that for when I was doing TV, for whenever I do a TV broadcast, but it works better for this, too. So you guys like it. I already own it, so that's why we do it. So you gotta just do it. You gotta just do it. That is the key. But it is important as the news media is picking up on it, especially this holiday season with everything going on, where they're looking for good stories about small businesses. They'll pick up on this AP news story and look for you in your area to be able to do it. So keep that in mind. I loved this, okay? What do you think there is a shortage of this holiday season? Any guesses on what one of the biggest shortages is this holiday season? Does anybody have a guess tonight? On Thanksgiving Eve, hump day, but Thanksgiving Eve, do you have a guess of what one of the biggest shortages there is this season? What you can't get your hands on? They're dropping buku dollars on. What is there a supply issue? And it is not like a Tickle Me Elmo or anything like that. It is not anything. Nice. Small turkeys, lights. Those are good guesses. Those are good guesses. I like those guesses. I like strings of lights. You can actually get Walmart to come to your house with a fresh tree and install lights. But that is not what there's a shortage of. What there is a shortage of, what you can't get enough of, what big business can't get enough of. Oh, deep fried turkeys. Toilet paper. I actually saw toilet paper everywhere I went tonight. I almost bought some just to buy some. But I didn't. I was like, every place I was tonight had toilet paper and paper towels for sale. Housing. Well, affordable housing. No. Delivery vans. You can't get enough. UPS and FedEx can't get their hands on delivery vans to support the rush of packages. Okay, to keep up with the delivery rush. They can't buy them. They can't lease them. They're looking for used ones. Anything they can to get their hands on extra vans to support the rush of deliveries this holiday season. I think this is a short-lived peak where they're going to need these extra vans for the holiday season. But yes, that is the huge shortage. There's massive shortage and price ticks on both new and used delivery vans. Who knew? They aren't even that great to drive. Used cars in general, though, too. You are correct, Sylvia. Hey, Jano's popping in tonight. Yeah, used cars in general. Used cars in general have been up like 10%. I have on the 6-month plan to buy another car, and it's like I don't want to pay a premium. I don't pay a premium. I'm incredibly frugal when I buy a car, but I've seen the uptick in prices on cars, and no, I think shipping is great. I mean, most of the local delivery services eat up all your margin, unless you're forced to close, in which case you could become your own local delivery service. Wow, Jennifer! Everywhere I went tonight, I was in. I was trying to. Maybe you could just lease them out for the holiday season, Jana. You could lease out your moving vans for the holiday season, and make more money on them. That is huge demand. But yeah, I was in multiple stores quickly tonight, but I was in them, and I didn't pick up paper towels or toilet paper, although they all had them there. But I did pick up, I saw when I was in Home Depot getting some light bulbs, they had, I got the last two packs of generic Clorox wipes in the tub. They haven't had any in the tub. Hey, and Nebraska Angie, it is great to have you here. Yeah, anything in housing is, you better have a place to live first. And you better make sure it's got appliances, because you're not going to be able to buy those either, kitty. Yeah, and if you're out here in the country, they really want the houses. I mean, the one across the street sold in no time. Here, the couple got separated across the street and put their house up for sale, and they're out of there, and we got new neighbors who I have yet to meet. Yeah, houses are, the further out in the country you are, they're selling really, everywhere they're selling fast. So it is a interesting phenomenon we're working through right now in the housing market. Okay, and my other tip, and I'm going to I'll post these tomorrow. I didn't get to schedule them today, but we have some tips from the United States Secret Service. So the Secret Service has some tips on holiday shopping for both consumers and for merchants. Now, the merchant one sounds more scary than it really is. and I say that, so I'm prefacing, I will post the merchant one and the consumer one, but take the merchant one with a grain of salt. And here's why you should take it with a grain of salt. Most of you, many of you, the majority of you that are tuning in are using a platform for your online sales like Shopify, where the payments are all integrated and the security for payments and everything is handled by Shopify. Listen to the Shopify alerts if Shopify marks an order as high risk, for example. Okay, as long as you're doing that, you avoid 90% of the things that the Secret Service is talking about in this bulletin. But this is a really, it's a good bulletin. So don't get overly scared about the tips for securing your online payment platform. I'm really not too worried for that for you, as much as although you should be aware of it. But the consumer tips is just good things to be aware of. You know, and just having that is good. And some of these can be good tips to share out with your consumers, your customers. You can share out this post from the Secret Service and say, you know, you can avoid all of this by shopping in person, local with us. Is a great tool. But this is really some well-written information from the Secret Service that's written in, for the most part, plain English. For the most part, there's some technical stuff in it, I won't lie, but for the most part, it's plain English, okay, about doing good things and keeping yourself protected in shopping online, which is just so important. We've all had our credit card skimmed or something happened to it, or, you know, compromised in some form, but, you know, keeping an eye on things is important. Which again, ultimately, since the other side of that is, as I've told you since the beginning here, the beginning of the pandemic, you know, keep an eye on your bank accounts. You should be checking your bank accounts regularly, even when you're having slow sales, okay? Because that is what criminals bank on, is that, you know, when you're slower, that you aren't going to check your bank accounts. You're not checking your credit cards. So check them often to make sure that they are correct. It only takes a minute. It only takes a minute, people. I mean, I don't want you to manage your life, your finances by your bank statement or by your bank balance, but I do want you to be informed and keep track of these things so that you're aware of it. Those were the couple main things as we're on Thanksgiving Eve here. I'm thrilled to hear all the baking and cooking going on because that just brings people together. And while this is a Thanksgiving like no other, okay, that we've done, it is important to look at all the blessings you have, okay, and not what you don't have, and not who isn't able to be with you at your table this year. You know, my sister usually comes north sometime Thanksgiving week. You know, that's become a tradition as I've cared for my parents in their later stages of life, and my brother and other, you know, things. My sister, you know, no matter how good everybody was doing, she would tend to come up right around Thanksgiving week, and we call it the guilt trip, the Jewish guilt trip. But, you know, so this year she won't be at our table, but she sent flowers, so her flowers are at our table. And that is nice. So, you know, again, look at the blessings you have. Call people. Pick up the phone. Call. Video call. You know, touch base with real people. I've had some great conversations with people today. I will again tomorrow. It's just nice to talk to people and carry that throughout the holiday season. Actually call. You know, it means so much more than a Facebook message, a text, is to pick up the phone and call. You know, and sometimes the universe just says make a call. And I had one of those calls today too. So, you know, keep in touch and really make those connections. My number one recommendation for you tomorrow is turn off the internet. Don't sit there on your phone scrolling all day. There's nothing good that can come of that. Nothing good of just scrolling up and down your Facebook feed. Okay? You know, take the time to enjoy the people that you're with and connect with those over the phone or video call for those that you can't be with. You know, it's not Thanksgiving without the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and that is going on in its modified way tomorrow. There'll be the balloons, there'll be Santa, there'll be a little bit of everything, even though it won't be the normal parade going down Fifth Avenue, well, yeah, down past Herald Square there, past Macy's, but it will be, you know, part of tradition, and some of that's just nice to get up and watch and have a cup of coffee and sit back and watch that and take that in. So I encourage you to do that, and I look forward to hearing about your views on it tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow at more 8 Than Ish. This video, everything I talk about, goes over to narcs.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. Including these files. I'll get these files from the Secret Service posted by tomorrow, and so that they can go over to narcs.org/resalestrong. There's also a link to the YouTube channel You're Not Alone Running This Store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you know when a new episode drops. I am here every night at more 8 Than Ish, live in the Narcs Facebook group. Yes, it'll ruin your eyes, Kelly. I love that. Sitting too close to the TV, I could hear my father. Except for when he would want me to go up there and change the channel, you know, when I was the clicker. You know? Yes, absolutely. But don't do the death scroll on your phone. Tomorrow night after my show, there is also the opportunity for networking with your Narcs family. You should have gotten an email today about live networking available to connect you with your Narcs family tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern. Check your email or email Adele on that if you did not get that email. Where you can sit and network live and catch up with your Narcs family. I am here live at more 8 Than Ish every night. We start this program with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program. If you were not here at the top of the program, tonight we are on page 190. Good morning. Look at you. Damn, you all right? They ain't ready for you. Our good night tonight is good night. Dag, check you out. Told you they weren't ready. Rest all that greatness. Yes, rest. Tomorrow is a day of rest, people. It's an extra self-care Sunday in the week. Look at those graphics. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party. A good holiday even. A wedding, a bar mitzvah, a Thanksgiving party. We will party again in person, and when we can, I will be there with you. Until tomorrow night at more 8 Than Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dinner. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a great night and a happy Thanksgiving.